Hey, how you doing? This is John, and welcome to John's Long Box. Today we're looking at the official handbook of the Marvel Universe. This is issue number 5. We're talking about H and J, from the Hangman to the Juggernaut. And look at this. We got a lot of classic characters over here. I mean, you should be able to just at a glance check them out. But first off, let's autofocus, come on. All right, $1. It was 1983. What a great year for comics. I say that every time I break out one of these comics. 1983, that was the best. Okay, we got the Hulk, we got Icarus, we got Iron Man, we got Iceman, Hawkeye, the Invisible Woman, the Hate Monger, Hydra agents all jumping around the back. That is her. We got Jack of Hearts. What such a gloriously bad, wonderful costume. We got the Hobgoblin, a character I never really cared for. Like, I don't know, like, these are like a derivative of the Green Goblin, but then again, so is Jack-o'-lantern, but at least he's got, you know, a little bit more differentiation. I don't know, derivative characters always kind of rub me the wrong way. We got Iron Fist, the Human Torch. We got more small Hulk. We got Hellcat. I love Hellcat. I don't know what it is, that IKEA yellow and blue costume. So cool. We got Hercules. We got more Hydra agents running around. Was that the Jester? The Hangman. Oh, is it the Hangman? Yeah. Why doesn't he have a noose? I don't know, man. I'm probably wrong about that one. We got the Juggernaut. Hyperion. I love Hyperion. Something about that. First off, that costume, that name I always thought was cool. And then he's tied to Greek mythology, which was, if you've watched my videos, you know I'm a Greek mythology freak. Then we got the Impossible Man and the Impossible Woman. So let's go check it out. Let's go check it out. So here we got this pink cover, and like normal, I always like to just check to see if there's any names I just don't recognize. Oh, we got Mike Mignola of Hellboy fame, John Romita Jr., John Byrne, Dave Cockrum. Okay, Patty. Who's Patty? I don't know who Patty is. I don't know who Patty is. I'm looking over here, see if I can find out who Patty. I gotta look her up. This is the second time I wonder who Patty. Don't have to look at the indicia because we know what year it is. And we got the Hangman. The Hangman. I don't know much about it. Werewolf by Night 11. Okay, that's a series that I'm actually missing, and I went to a comics a hobby shop, and I found like 4 or 5 issues of Werewolf by Night. Bought them all, and I said I'm going to start collecting this. And then I just didn't start collecting it, you know, buying the back issues, and now they're like, because of that Moon Knight series, the prices just went through the roof. So I don't even know if I'm gonna collect it. So we got the Hate Monger. I love that costume. That is such a great villain costume. I don't know, villains, any villains, superheroes or villains with like chainmail. It's just such a cool look. That's a clone of Adolf Hitler, and it debuted in Fantastic 421. So yeah, I got that first appearance. Havoc. That costume is so bad it's good. It's just awful, and at the same time it's great. I'm gonna cough, ladies and gentlemen. What is it? First appearance is X-Men 54, so I got that first appearance. Just I don't know, when drawn by Neil Adams, that is just a great look. He's got a bunch of look. I never liked that blue and yellow look that they gave him later on, but this look I like. Hawkeye. Look at that costume. That is phenomenal. This is a variation of his classic costume. This might actually be my favorite out of all of his costumes. That is just so cool. Tales of Suspense 57. I'm not sure if I have that. I don't think I do. I love it. Clinton Francis Barton. Clint Barton. So cool. The Headmen. I love the Headmen. They're so cheesy. They were actually in 2 of my showcases. I showcased them in The Defenders, and I showcased them in She-Hulk. But we got Shrunken Bones. You know, we got Chondo the Mystic. Look at that. That looks like a D&D monster. Ruby. Everybody loves Ruby Tuesday. Ruby Thursday, right? Ruby Thursday Rubenstein. Gorilla Man. That is awful. Awful, but it's great. And where was that first appearance? Defenders 21. So I got that first appearance also. Hela. Guys, wasn't Kate Blanchett wonderful as Hela? That was, I mean, they retconned her into making her Odin's daughter when she's Loki's daughter in mythology, but whatever. But how she was just eating up the scenery. She was perfect. She was perfect. I loved her in that. Journey into Mystery 102. I'm not sure if I have her first appearance. I have the first Hulk. The first Hulk. I do not have the first Hulk, but I have the first Thor comic. But then I think from 125 up, I have a full. So before that, I have scattered issues. the Heliopolis gods. So these are the Egyptian gods. We got Horus, Osiris, Nut, Geb, Seth, and Isis. No Ra, whatever. Okay, Hellcat, Patsy Walker, and as Patsy Walker, Amazing Adventures 13 as Hellcat, Avengers 144. So I have her first appearance as Hellcat, Amazing Adventures 13. That's like in the early 50s or something like that. So, you know, believe it or not, she's one of Marvel's original characters. Her comic, Patsy Walker, well, like I said, Amazing Adventures, she showed up. But then she was in Patsy Walker, like, I forget what it was. It was like a Billy the Model. It was like a Marvel comic that was like competing with like Archie and stuff like that. It was like, you know, a girl-centric comic, meaning that they wanted girls to... And for a while, it was very popular with women. And then comic books, I don't know, in the 70s, they just shunted off all the female comics, and comics became just like a boys' medium for like the longest time. But they boys and girls used to read comics. Here's the original Hellfire Club. That is just such a cool costume. We got the Black Queen, is Jean Grey, Mastermind, White Queen. And I know I'm in the minority when I say that Jean Grey should never come back. Or let me amend that. Jean Grey comes back because her name was the Phoenix. If your name is the Phoenix, you get to come back from the life. That is your shtick. You know, just like if you're Spider-Man, you get to stick to walls. If you're named after a mythological creature that resurrects itself, you get to resurrect yourself. But she should have came back as Jean Grey, and then it should be like a meter while she got, you know, more powerful. So she's always like, there's nothing you could do about her. Jean Grey is going to die. Jean Grey is going to get super powerful again. She's going to turn bad. She's going to like go supernova. I think like Jean Grey as like the walking time bomb that it's just inevitable, and she's immortal would have been a great character. I think they messed up. They screwed the pooch with that Phoenix Force. I think that's just terrible. Just a terrible idea. Where is their first appearance? X-Men 129. So yeah, I actually showcased their first appearance on this channel. She is the female analog to him, and him we know evolved into Adam Warlock. And where did she... Hulk Annual number 5. I'm not sure if I have it. As Paragon. So she was originally called Paragon, and then Hulk... Marvel 2-in-1. I have a full set of Marvel 2-in-1. So that is a comic that's hit or miss, but I love it. I don't really remember her story. So I can't really talk about her too much. But there we go. Everybody loves Hercules. Just a fun character. Again, has something to do with Greek mythology, although his name is Hercules, which is the Roman name. His Greek name is Heracles. And I forget, did they tell you Hercules is like, oh, they don't have his real name. I forget his real name, like Alcibiades or something like that. But Thor Annual number 1. I don't know if I have it. I think I do. Well, what can you say about it? But the Bob Layton series where it's in the future is just classic comic. Heroes for Hire. I guess that's their building. It's just regular building. Who cares? The High Evolutionary. Now that is a cool costume. That is amazing. I love the High Evolutionary. What's his real name? Herbert Edgar Wyndham. This character is like one of like... I'm surprised he's not in the MCU movies, because this guy's got like a hand in so much stuff, and I just love it. Thor 134. I don't know if I have his first appearance. I should. I think I do. I just said I have 125 up. Maybe I have 135 up. I gotta look at my Thor. But I love this character. He could evolve himself, so he could... At various points in his history, he has various power sets and power levels. Why? Because he could evolve himself to the point where, like, he's super intelligent, super powerful, and has, like, mental power, and then he could, de-evolve himself back to a normal human. But at all points, he's got this armor and vast resources and a vast intellect. The Hobgoblin. I don't know. This is a character I just didn't like. I don't like him. I don't like now they got, like, Demo Goblin. I don't like when you got one character, and next thing you know, there's 8 billion of them. Like, I know I'll catch hell for saying this, but, like, you don't need, like, a whole... no, I was going to say... I'll say a Batman family, a Superman family, but the people, old-timers who like that stuff, they really like that stuff, so I'll be quiet. I'll shut up before everybody desubscribe. But, like, Spider-Man... Now there's how many different derivatives of Spider-Man, stuff like that. I can't stand it when they do multiverse versions, and I don't know, like... I will accept like a female version. So if you're Spider-Man, I'll accept Spider-Woman. If you're the Green Goblin, the Girl Goblin, I'll accept that. But how many different Spider-Mans are you gonna have? how many goblins again? Howard the Duck. This was a character I hated growing up. I still, to this day, I've never seen the Howard the Duck movie. Can you believe that? I guess that's something I got to rectify. But I went, about 10, 15 years ago, I started, about 10, 15 years ago, I started going hardcore into buying back issues. Why? Because I started to get, like, annoyed with modern comics. I don't know, the allure was going, and I chalked that up to me growing older, So I started getting more and more back issues. So about 10, 15 years ago, I went hard in the pink and got more and more back issues. And I just grabbed up, I couldn't turn it down. I was an eBay Howard the Duck lot, and I got all of these comics. And I got to say, the reason why I didn't like it as a kid, because it was one of those rare comics that, like, had a lot of subtleties. It wasn't meant for children. It's a talking duck, but it wasn't meant for children. It was very political, very philosophical, and it was about basically a disgruntled disgruntled duck, just like not fitting in. So he was just like the spokesman for, like, a person who's, like, kind of a little disappointed in society. Something like I guess I could see little kids not getting into, and I didn't. Okay, so there we go. There's the Hulk. What do you want to say about the Hulk? Purple and green villains are usually super destructive, usually bad. Purple and green characters rather, and the Hulk. I do think, like, originally the first couple of issues of the Hulk, he was a villain. So purple and green, destructive. Like, who else is purple and green? Like the Impossible Man, Kang the Conqueror. This purple and green, you better watch out. Hulk #1. I do not have the first 6 issues of the Hulk. I would love to get them, but then after that, I have every issue of the Hulk up. So minus the first 6, the Human Torch. My least favorite member of my favorite team. My favorite team being the Fantastic Four. Just my favorite comic of all time. But I don't know. I just never liked the name the Human Torch. Pyro Man would have been a better name or something like that, but what do I know? Marvel just wanted to keep the name going, so that I think they just swapped the name. Fantastic Four, yes, I have his first appearance. I like the character, but he's my least favorite of the Fantastic Four. Look at that. That is a great costume. That is a great Why is that costume not in the Marvel Universe, the movies? That is just, like, this and the AIM Beekeeper costumes are just so phenomenal, so phenomenally great villain costume. And do they have their first appearance? I can't find it in this wall of text. I can't find it. If anybody knows their first appearance, let me know. Them. Where did they debut? It doesn't say. It doesn't say. I'm sure it was in Nick Fury or something. Hyperion. Hyperion is the name of the Greek titan of the sun. So he was, the titan of the sun, the god of the sun before Helios or Apollo. It's Helios and Apollo. I always got, like, even the Greeks got them conflated. So who knows? But this is the original god, titan, whatever you want to say, Lord of the Sun. And what's his name? Zibran. So Marvel made them as a ripoff of Superman. It was a blatant ripoff. So he was leader of the Squadron Supreme, and they were blatant ripoffs of the Justice League. So he was the Superman. Night Owl was the Batman. Prowl Princess was a Wonder Woman. And here's a funny thing. The Imperial Guard, from Leandra's Imperial Guard, they are a goof on the Legion of Superheroes. So Marvel kind of has been, historically goofing on, homaging, whatever you want to say, parroting DC Comics for a while. Iceman, Bobby Drake. Robert Bobby Drake. First appearance is X-Men #1. Yes, I have that first appearance. There's not much to say about Bobby Drake. He's the Human Torch. He's the young, brash, goofy, almost like comic relief of the team. And that's what Johnny Storm was in the Fantastic Four. Like, they were analogs of each other. Fire and ice. Oh, and where's his first appearance? Avengers 69. Yes, I got that. I got a full run of Avengers. I got a full run of the X. I think the only X-Men comic I'm missing is X-Men 2. So there you go. All right. Well, that's enough. Icarus. I got a full Eternal set, so I got his first appearance is Eternals #1. And I've said it a million times that if Jack Kirby made the Eternals, and they weren't supposed to be part of the Marvel Universe proper. They were supposed to be their own thing, and then after the comic got canceled, they got incorporated into Marvel. The closest they had was somebody built a Hulk robot, and I think they did that just to boost sales. But it was supposed to be like somebody was a fan of the Hulk, so they made a Hulk robot. But doesn't he just look like the guy, not Kit Harington? I can't remember that guy's name. Not Kit Harington from Game of Thrones. Rob Stark. Looks just like him. Immortus. I just finished watching Loki. And yes, he who abides is Immortus. And Immortus is also Kang, who's also Rama Tut, who is also he has the Scarlet Centurion. So there's a lot of when you're a time traveler and you're immortal, you have many personas. Just cool. I always loved it. Where's his first appearance? Avengers 10. Okay. There's, I wonder what they're gonna do with that. I don't know. I just like this. Immortus is a terrible name, but I like it. Okay, so here we have the Imperial Guard. So where did they debut? Did they show their first appearance? First appearance, X-Men 107. So that's Gladiator is a ripoff of Superman. Electron is a ripoff of Lightning Lad. Tempest is why can't I think? Oracle is Saturn Girl. Starbolt is Wildfire. Smasher is Mon-El. Astra, I can't remember. Hobgoblin is Chameleon Boy. Mentor, I don't remember. Quasar, I don't remember. Titan is Colossal Kid. Nightside is Shadowlass. Impulse, I don't remember. Magic, I can't remember. Fang is Timberwolf. I don't remember. Hussar and Manta, I don't remember either. But for the most part, their core members are analogs of the Legion of Superheroes, which when I do the DC Who's Who, we'll be talking about that. The Impossible Man and the Impossible Woman. His first appearance, Fantastic Four 11. I have that. The Impossible Woman is Marvel 2-in-1 number, was that, say 50? My damn eyes, maybe 60. I got that too because I have it. I hated this character as a kid, and I've grown to appreciate him as an adult. Marvel, all comics kind of have that tradition of the imp, the all-powerful imp that like plagues the heroes. Mr. Mxyzptlk, Batmite, and there's a few others. And the Impossible Man was the imp who plagued the Fantastic Four. Granted, he was vastly powerful. He's super powerful. Like, he's underrated how powerful he is. But he just wants fun and which is kind of like what a lot of those imps do. So, but Stan and Jack made him more relatable than Mxyzptlk or Batmite. So there you go. I like him more, also because I'm biased and I unabashedly I like Jack Kirby and Stan Lee's creations. I just grew up with them. So there you go. And purple and green. And he's very destructive. The In-Betweener. Warlock number 10. So I got his first appearance also. This is one of those Jim Starlin, excuse me, super powerful cosmic beings. Jim Starlin had like a whole cosmic pantheon. A lot of them are abstract concepts that interact with the forces of like living beings, stuff like that. The In-Betweener. And here we go. Everybody loves the Inhumans, or at least I do. Another Jack Kirby, Another Jack Kirby, Stan Lee creation. And their first appearance was Fantastic Four 54. I didn't showcase that yet. I will showcase that. I love the Inhumans. A lot of it got retconned. A lot of it got changed. I think it was due to like poor editing chip under Roy Thomas when Marvel was just like all over the place. So like where the city was located changed all over the place, and then I think John Byrne just like cleaned all that up. John Byrne was like a good cleaner. He took like dangling stories or contradictory stories and smoothed them out. He's still viable, guys. Marvel, why are you not hiring John Byrne? Probably John Byrne doesn't want to work for him. But come on, guys, hire John Byrne. Throw back that truck up. That's one of the ways you'll get me back into Marvel. But there you go. All right, so we got Medusa with prehensile hair. Gorgon, I talked about him last time I did this. Black Bolt, Triton, Crystal. She's like the Amber Heard of comics. Aereo, he's like the flying guy. Leonis. Lockjaw. Now, is Lockjaw, because there's no other animal that went through the Terrigen. So in the John Byrne series, I think it was West Coast Avengers, they had that Lockjaw was a normal human who metamorphosis turned into this dog-like looking appearance. And then they said he was always a dog, but I thought that was brilliant. Because if animals could become inhumans, why aren't there insect inhumans? Why aren't there germ inhumans? Oh my God, how terrifying would that be? But there you go. So I don't know what the current state of Lockjaw is, but I thought it would be brilliant. I thought that was brilliant. And then Maximus the Mad. Oh, we got more inhumans over here. We got who's that? Timberus. What a coincidence that you were born with the name Timberus. Unless, does anybody know, do the Inhumans do they like pick a new name when they go through the process? That would make sense. That, like, you know, don't dead name me. I'm no longer Fred Jones. I'm Timberus. I don't know. That would be cool. Falcona, Thraxton, Madar, Marak, Glitra, Iridia, Stalor. What are the odds that your name is Stalor and you turn into a centaur? You know, here's the genealogy of the family tree. That's cool. And here we have John Byrne drawing the Invisible Girl. This was before John Byrne changed her name into the Invisible Woman. And by far, she's physically the most powerful member of the Fantastic Four. Those turning invisible, that's okay, but it's the force fields that just make her a powerhouse. And that's one thing John Byrne did, was she, I hate to say it, but the truth is the truth. Pretty much before John Byrne, she really didn't have a good personality. Like, she didn't have a fleshed out character. She was kind of like, I hate to say it, but like the pain in the ass, bitchy mom. She was like the Karen of the group, you know. And John Byrne made her just a cool character. She went from my least favorite. Before John Byrne, she was my least favorite because she had no personality. Johnny Storm had personality, but then she became a cool character on her own, and then Johnny Storm, you know, she got elevated, so Johnny Storm stayed the same. How about that? But Ben Grimm is my favorite, Reed Richards is my second favorite, then her, then Johnny Storm. And of course, her first appearance is Fantastic Four #1. And then maybe a year or so after this came out, she became the Invisible Woman. Iron Fist. Okay, sit down, everybody. I'm going to be talking about Iron Fist. So we got Daniel Rad, professional bodyguard detective. Okay, American citizen. His first appearance is Marvel Premiere 15. I got that too. So his stupid father went on like a spirit quest. He was a rich guy, owned a corporation, the Rand Corporation. I don't know what they did. They were just like these nebulous corporations that do everything in comic books. And he was dissatisfied with maybe like a midlife crisis. So he took his wife and his son like through a trek through the Himalayas to look for this mythical city of Kunlun. Okay, I forgot to say that with the Inhumans. They, you know, Atalan, the Great Refuge, was a hidden city. Super advanced, better, you know, perfect, whatever. Perfect utopian place. But it's not really. That's another thing. That even Wakanda has dirty little secrets. But that's just a comic book trope. It's not, I used to say it was a Jack Kirby trope until I realized it was everybody trope in comic books. Hidden city. So his father went to this hidden city and found Kunlun. But he was betrayed by his partner who just wanted to take over the company. So and now the poor little boy is going through the snow. The mother went through, she like diverted herself, like basically let these wolves devour her so her baby Daniel could survive. And then Daniel was found by the Kunluns, and he lived in this Himalayan kung fu fortress. Now, he got beat up every day. How did he become like the great martial artist? Racism. So if you changed Iron Fist into a white guy, you are missing the point of Iron Fist. Iron Fist got beat up and picked on. Why? Because he was an outsider. He was a stranger in a strange land. He was the only white Caucasian in a city full of Himalayans, Chinese. I don't know the ethnic background of the group, and they beat him up, and they beat him up, and they beat him up. The other kids beat him up. He couldn't even like go to sleep because if he had to sleep with one eye open. He became the greatest fighter because of racism. Okay, to make an Asian Iron Fist, you are taking out an essential element of the character of Iron Fist. Okay, so there you go about that. So anybody, all these people who complained about the actor in the Iron Fist TV show, and I'm sure that I didn't watch Iron Fist yet, is it? I heard it wasn't too good, but I will watch it eventually. You know, I'm still finishing up Daredevil. I watch TV really slow. I very rarely watch TV, so that's why it's so slow. But anyway, that's what I'm going to say about Iron Fist, okay? This Iron Man, this is my favorite Iron Man armor. This is my Iron Man armor. I just love this, and I do not have his first appearance. And I'll probably never get it. It's just too expensive for me these days. But I love Iron Man. Not much to say about Iron Man that you don't already know. Robert Downey Jr. I think is doing a great job. They made him a little bit more flippant in the movies than he is in the comics, and then of course the comics are making him. In the comic books now, he's like Wizard Man, who just goes around like he's like Wizard Iron Man, Santa Claus, just going around giving stuff to all the other superheroes. I don't know. They kind of like emasculating him in the comic books now. Like, you know, steal my armor, Riri Williams, and become Ironheart. Just steal it. Go ahead. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. There's no secrets in that. There's no technology that I gotta protect. Just steal my honor. That's cool. Look at that costume. Look how bad it is. It's so bad, it's great. I love that. Jack of Hearts. And, of course, his name is Jack Hearts. Deadly Hands of Kung Fu, number 22. Yeah, I got that. Okay, so, and he got, what did he got hit by, like, the zero formula, zero flu or something like that. So his body is, like, on the verge of exploding at any given moment. And he has to wear this ridiculous suit to keep himself from exploding. But here's what I like about him, besides the stupid costume that is so bad it's great, is he could fire these power blasts from his fists, and the power blast will have like a concussive thrust ability, so he could shoot them and fly like a jet. I thought that was so cool. As a little kid, I remember I would be in the pool, and I'd push off the side of the pool and put my hands down and just pretend that like I was Jack of Hearts, like propelling myself through the force of my concussive blast. Blastar is the only other person that I can remember that flies like that. And I don't know, am I the only person on the entire planet that used to, as a little kid, pretend that they were Jack of Hearts? Well, I don't know. Jack-o'-lantern. I know he's kind of like a Green Goblin, what is the word? Whip off another one, but he's different enough that he could be his own villain. So I'll get it. You know, he gets a pass, but like I don't know, like I keep saying the Golden Goblin and whatever, Green Goblin and Hobgoblin and Demogoblin. Enough. You know, I'm the Brown Goblin. I'm the Purple Goblin. You know, it's like whatever. And here's the Jester. This is where is his first appearance? Machine Man 19. So I got his first appearance also. So maybe he's not a Green Goblin ripoff then. I just assumed he was. What do I know? Daredevil 42, I got his first appearance. Look at that. Look at the big nose and everything like that. So he's like a goofy gadget type villain. You know, he's like a lesser Joker. He uses like yo-yos and playing cards and stuff like that to commit crimes. Just something that can only work in comic books. I don't even know if it could work in movies. And here's another comic costume that is just another. I hate saying this word. I hate this word because it's just an overused word, but it fits in this case. That's just an iconic costume. Do not change that costume. It's amazing. It is just amazing. And when you see that costume, you don't even know his name, and you know that he's a badass. You know that he's tough. You know that he's strong. You know that you're in for a world of hurt. Then you find out his name is Juggernaut. What a great name. What a great name. It fits the costume. And every firing all cylinders. Great costume, great name, great power set. Awesome. He's not a mutant. He got his powers from the Crimson Gem of Satarak, another one of those sorceress beings that Doctor Strange invokes to cast spells. And I love that. The ruby bands of Sitara. So everything about this being is like, this sorceress being is like power and strength, stuff like that. So he bestows this to Kane Marco, who is Xavier's like stepbrother. And he debuted in X-Men number 12. So there we go. So now we got humanoid races. Oh, so these are all races that look like humans. We got the Octurans, the Axiton, Dakamites, Earthlings, Galadorians, the Kree, Lumia, Mindai, Shogun Warriors number 1. Yeah, we'll never see them again because Marvel lost the rights to Shogun Warriors. The Quists, the Syrians, Cerusites, Wilhelminians, the Xanadarians. The Xanadarians are going to play a big role in the upcoming MCU movies. They already did. They already went to the planet Xanadu. The Judeans. Yeah, I remember this. Adam Warlock killed one of them. I think he accidentally took his soul and put it in the soul gem. The Calusians. Avengers 14. All right, I have no recollection of those, but I have them, so I don't know what about anything about them. The Kawa, Hercules #3. Okay, so that was that Bob Layton Hercules series set in the future where it was basically like Star Wars. It was just, you walk into a bar, there's 8 million races and stuff like that. The click, 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 clicks. Incredible Hulk 273. I have the comic. I have no recollection. Cosmosians. I always hated this. Their first appearance was the first appearance of the Wasp. I showcased a reprint comic of Tales to Astonish that featured, I think, one of their only appearances. I think Kurt Busiek brought one back in an issue of the Thunderbolts to to show off how much he knows about comics. The Cronians. This is Journey into Mystery 83. These are the stone men from Saturn, and in the MCU universe, that is Korg's people, and the appendix that Patty puts this together. And I'm not going to read that. That's it's too small for my hurting eyes. So there you go. This is issue 5. I talked about this a while. They had a lot more characters that I really love in this particular issue. So there you go. I've been talking for a half hour, and if you sat through this whole video, thank you so much. And we'll show another video tomorrow. Let me know, are the videos coming out better? I'm using my new phone. This is my second video with the new phone. All right, let me know if the videos look better. All right, thanks a lot. See you tomorrow, everybody. Thank you so much for watching my videos. You guys are the best. And thank you, everybody, for commenting on the videos. Michael, RJ, everybody, thank you so much, everybody. See ya. Bye-bye.